So full disclosure before you guys get into this podcast, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Uncle Edgar goofed up and either forgot to plug in the mic. I looked plugged in, so you're gonna hear it a little bit weird, a little bit different. But either way, podcast is up. It's going up. No mic, you can still hear me. It just sounds weird. I apologize. It's a one-man band over here, but we're getting it popping. Let's get to the show. Guys, give a hand clap for you guys for being here on the Sports Plus Life podcast, episode number 67. I know count now. I know how to count. I'll be able to keep track. Episode number 67 of the Sports Plus Life podcast. Thank you for joining me. My name is Edgar, Mr. AKA Rodriguez, and it's joyous. It's joyous because we're in the middle of unprecedented times, good times. A lot of sports going on. Also, not to mention, the Denver Nuggets pulled off something that no one has ever done. Being down 3-1 in back-to-back series and coming back and winning that series. Unbelievable. I've said this before, and I went back and checked. And I've never lost my my confidence in the Denver Nuggets. I've never gone back on what I've said. I've always said, Sports Plus Life podcast, episode number 3, I said this team is a great team, can go a long way, far into the playoffs if we're healthy, if we play as a team. And what we did against the Clippers was amazing. We took them into deep waters and drowned them. This was it's kind of similar to like a Nick and Nate Diaz fight. No matter how much you keep punching us, we're going to keep hitting back. And eventually we're going to get to those late rounds. You're going to be worn down, we're not, and we're going to put you to sleep. And it's exactly what we did to the Clippers. Drowned them. We just took them into deep waters. They had no answer for what we had to bring. They were up 3-1, barking, yapping, saying this and that. Oh, we're coming for the Lakers. You guys are joining Dame Lillard in the Portland Trail Blazers, Houston Rockets, all these quote unquote superstar teams. You guys are going to meet up in Cancun on banana boats. Plain and simple. While we are still playing for a championship. Top 4 teams in the league. One of the top 4 teams in the league right now. And what's amazing, what the Nuggets did, because that's all I heard was Nuggets and Clippers. And one thing that still makes me angry is that it wasn't that the Nuggets did great. And when I sit here and look at the media, I hear what everyone's talking about, especially the national media. It was the Clippers choked. Think so? I want to say the Nuggets drowned the Clippers. The Nuggets beat the Clippers. The Nuggets choked out the Clippers. That's what it was. This was an amazing team. Just an amazing effort from everybody. Jamal Murray scoring 40 points. The Blue Arrow scoring 40 points. Kid we could not miss. He just threw everything up. Floaters, layups. I think he even dunked a couple of times. Just everything went great, went correct, especially in those last 3 games. And I think, if you take a look around, with the scenery right now, I think the bubble really helps the Nuggets. And I think I've said this before, is that they're a mile high. They're very well conditioned. Playing at sea level, like in Orlando, probably helps them more than anybody else. It's crazy. And not to mention those things had to go our way. Let's not get that. Let's not forget about this. Let's check this out real quick. I have the numbers pulled up because obviously Uncle Edgar forgets shit and in exciting times like this, I forget shit. The Clippers from field goal, 34-90. 34 out of 90 shots made. That's not good. 9-35 from 3-point and 12-16 from the line. They had a bad shooting night, and I think honestly it's because they got taken somewhere they did not expect to be. Their bodies could not react to going Game 5, Game 6, Game 7. They couldn't do it. They couldn't react quick enough, and thank God the Nuggets put them out of the misery. Because imagine what the Clippers would have done, or the Lakers would have done to them. Let's say they did advance. Lakers would have beat the brakes off of them. Let's be real here. Lakers would have beat the brakes off that team. And also going back, when I went back to listen to Sports Plus Life podcast episode number 3, you can't watch it because it's only on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Because I didn't start recording until episode 14, I believe, is when I started recording actual video. I said I wasn't sold on the Lakers, and I'm still kind of on the fence about the Lakers. I said the Clippers were going to be the team to beat, and I'm still keen on that because I still think the Clippers are the team to beat. We beat the Clippers, and I think we can beat the Lakers. We're going into the Western Conference Finals against the Lakers, very well-rested Lakers team. They haven't played in about a week, if I'm not mistaken. Their series was over a long time ago against the Rockets. So they have a lot of rest right now. And it could be dangerous. But, like I said, I think we are benefiting from training at altitude, coming down to sea level. I think that'll benefit us. But man, Jamal Murray scoring 40 points. Nikola Jokic scoring a triple-double. And I said this is a team effort, but those two guys became stars. Those two guys became the leaders. Those two guys set themselves above Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Dame Lillard. Who else? Who else is out there? Who else isn't out there anymore? This team earned respect. They deserve respect. They deserve respect. And if you're not giving them respect, that's on you. Miss the boat. Miss the bus. You don't have to get on this train. It's leaving without you. We're heading to the finals. Just sit on that. Who's ever done that? LeBron James did it once. Yeah, he never did it back-to-back. It was amazing. I just couldn't believe what I saw. Even if, let's be pessimistic here. Let's be err on the side of, well, we're all playing LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Let's say the Nuggets don't go on to the finals. I am so proud of this team. I think I said it before this last series. I am so proud of this team, even going Game 7. I am proud to be a Denver Nugget fan. I am proud to be from Colorado. I am proud of this team. I'm proud of what Mike Malone has done. Nikola Jokic has done. This is a drafted team. This wasn't bought. This was developed. It's different than what you see out there. And we see what the Rockets have. On that podcast, episode number 3 of the Sports for Life podcast, I even said that the Rockets team will not go to the finals. I'll be surprised if they make the playoffs. They made the playoffs. But what happened? What I said on the episode 3 of the Sports for Life podcast, they have no defense. They got bullied against the Lakers. Bullied. So, and then, not to mention, they went 7 games against the Thunder. Was it 7? I think it was 7. So, you want to sit there, you got what these other teams are doing, they're buying players, but they're buying stuff to get put in place. Just like the Golden State Warriors did, winning back-to-back championships. They want to take that model and try to win championships that way. Just like the Miami Heat did. Denver Nuggets are going about it a different way. Definitely doing long term. And while we're talking about buying players, look what the Clippers did. They gave up so many picks to the Thunder for Paul George, for him to go as cold as he did in the bubble. Pandemic P is what they call him. I'm very proud of the Denver Nuggets. And everyone should be too. I mean, everyone on this team deserves money. Pay all of them. It is such a great team effort. It's something I've never seen before. I've never seen this before. It's just amazing. And one of the funny things about this, and I'm going to try to wrap this up because I got other shit to talk about here, was after the game, Doc Rivers goes out there and says, well, they just have better chemistry than us, which is true. They've been together longer, and that's why they beat us. You have two of the top players on your team. A great defender, Patrick Beverley. You're up 3-1 in this series, and you're talking about chemistry? You're talking about how, no, you lost, you got drowned, you got beat by a better team. You can't make excuses. You just sit there and say, I took an L. We took an L. Everyone has to blame here. The blame is spread around everywhere. We were too tired. We weren't prepared to go 7 games. Take your L. What's with the excuse? And Lou Williams came out and said the same thing. Lou Williams now has time to go to Magic City for his chicken wings. Go take your cornrows and chicken wings. Just give me a couple. I don't like lemon pepper. Just want some hot wings. You know what I'm saying? Take your L. Go join Patrick Beverley, can go join Dame Lillard in Cancun and CJ McCollum. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. I'm so proud of this team. I'm so proud to be a Denver Nugget fan. I'm so proud to be from Colorado. But on to the Western Conference Finals against the Lakers Friday, tomorrow night. This time recording is Thursday, tomorrow night, Friday. And what overshadowed what the Miami Heat did. I think did they go into overtime? I gotta double check now. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think they went into overtime and won. And I think the Heat was it Jimmy Buckets hit that and won at the end of the fourth quarter, I believe, or was it the end of overtime? And then also the stuff by Adebayo. I can't say his name. You guys know me. For some reason, I can't fucking talk anymore. That was an amazing game. And I was trying to watch it. I just couldn't. I was too excited for the Nuggets. Game 7. And I was playing video games too. Go figure. But that's Eastern Conference Finals is already up and running. Heat take game 1 in overtime. This is going to be a good series too. So check that shit out. Oh my god, dude. I'm so excited. Anyways, moving on. NFL Week 2 popping up. Uncle Edgar. I'm going to do my picks right now. I was going to pick it later, but Uncle Edgar's picks were bad. Uncle Edgar went 1-4. Chiefs being the only lock that won. Colts should have been a lock. They lost. Philly should have been a lock. They lost. Who else did I pick? I picked someone else that should have been. Oh, no. I didn't. The Browns were supposed to be a lock. It wasn't. They weren't a lock. No way. I just took him because I thought it was going to be a better fight than what they put up. They didn't put up a really good fight. Which, by the way, Browns played tonight against Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow versus Baker Mayfield, 2 Heisman winners, first overall picks. We'll see how that goes. I wish do they have color rush jerseys anymore? I wish they had the color rush jerseys. I wonder what they would be. I like the Browns, like, black uniforms. I want to see the Bengals, like, all orange, like, sick-ass orange that they used to have. Yeah, Uncle Edgar went 1-4. We're trying to change that. Let's see if Uncle Edgar can change this, because I'm taking locks. These are locks. There's no way I don't go minimum 4-1. No way. I'm taking the Bills over the Dolphins. I'm taking the Niners. Oh, so the Bills are minus 235, so favored over the Dolphins. I'm taking the Niners minus 278 over the Jets, the beat up Jets. I'm taking the Bears minus 235 over the Giants. I'm taking the Packers minus 245 over the Lions, and I'm taking the Jags plus 310 over the Titans because the Jags, I think they're the truth, man. I don't want to say that. I'm not buying into Gordon Minshew magic, but what he did against the Colts and that defense, I have to buy into it, guys. I have to buy into Gordon Minshew magic. I'm going to start buying mustaches and fucking headbands and grow my hair out. I'm going to start looking like Uncle Rico by Halloween. We'll see. Hopefully I go 4-1. At the minimum 4-1. If I go 5-0, you guys better start paying me, damn it. But anyways, NFL Week 2 popping off. You guys know the drill. I'm going to give you guys other games to watch. 5 games to watch. You guys can take a look at. There's ways to watch these games. You can go online. You can go on TV. There's a bunch of websites you can stream these bad boys on. Or you can pay for shit. You can get cable. Red Zone channel. Red Zone channel is amazing. Check it out. I'm going to start off with that one. Jacksonville versus Tennessee. Watch that one. That one's going to be a good game. Better than you thought. I like that. I like the little matchup. Tannehill versus Gordon Minshew. You definitely want to watch the... where is it? I just lost it. Watch Arizona versus Washington. I think Arizona will take Washington. Arizona will smoke Washington. But what Washington did, what Ron Rivera did, it's something to watch. Divisional shit. Kansas City versus Chargers. That's going to be a good one. I believe better than most people think. And then you want to watch New England versus Seattle. Sunday night. And then you want to watch New Orleans Saints versus Vegas. We're going to say Vegas Raiders on Monday night. That's going to be a good one. Atlanta versus Dallas is going to be another good one as well. I couldn't pick that one. I think Julio Jones is. You guys always will listen to me. He's one of the best receivers in the game right now. Julio Jones is a freak of nature. Did you see the guy's catch last week? He caught it with his fingertips. Strong ass fingertips. Fingertips. And like people were all over. And he still caught it. Amazing grip, amazing strength, amazing athleticism. Julio Jones, number 11, one of the best in the league. He's on one of my teams. He got me like 28 points on my fantasy teams. Which is it's always good. It's always good. Julio Jones really doesn't have he has an aging quarterback like Matt Ryan coming at him. Carolina versus Tampa Bay. That game's gonna be very interesting. Tampa Bay is definitely favored in that game, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull it up here for you guys. But what Matt Rule did, man, Matt Rule had his boys ready last week. Coach Rule against Vegas. And I think it's just a rookie mistake. You don't give the ball to CMC on the goal line to score a touchdown. That's a mistake. And you got to learn from those mistakes. You got to give the ball to CMC. Run CMC. Where'd it go here? NFL. Which one was it? The Buccaneers versus the Panthers. Buccaneers are heavily favored, minus 420. With the Panthers being plus 350. And rightfully so. I mean, I think the Buccaneers... I mean, everyone had a weird week 1, right? It was a weird week 1. You don't have really a lot of game time together. You had scrimmages between each other. It's a different environment. A lot of people didn't have fans. Jacksonville was the only people to have fans on Sunday, and I think the Chiefs had fans on Thursday. I don't know what's going to happen this week. I don't know who's going to have fans this week. We shall see. But it's different. It's just different It just different times, different stuff, but you never know. You can't. You saw what happened last week. Colts, Philly. You know what I'm talking about? You never know what's gonna happen. That's why I love this weekend. These weekends are gonna be ridiculously fun. I'm very excited for football. College football is popping off this weekend. I almost forgot to talk about that too. Let me. I was gonna pull something up, but I forgot. Let me show you my. I went 1-2. My fantasy picks, my fantasy teams. Baker's Recipe. That's the only dub I got. And then CD Burner. Lost a little burner. I one of these. Where's it at here? Where's my team at? Damn it. Oh, here we go. Baker of Chains. Let me see my scoreboard. Let me see week 1 here. I lost by 10 points. Philip Lindsay, because look at this. Uncle Edgar. I forgot to switch. Terrence Boyd. Was it Terrence Boyd? Whatever. Tyler Boyd. Sorry. Tyler Boyd for Jamison Crowder. Jamison Crowder. Was it Crowder? No, it was Robbie Anderson. I scored 25 points. While Boyd only gave me 7. So I would have won this game easily. But I forgot. I have 3 fantasy teams. Did like 4 DraftKings. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. And then I lost Philip Lindsay. I got to sub him out. That's ridiculous. I lost Philip Lindsay on Monday night. And he was doing good. He was going to get me there. On the other one, Noah Fant was popping off. Then he just went ghost in the second half of that game. It's Uncle Edgar, Mr. AKA's theme every fucking year in fantasy. 1 or 2 moves could put me in dubs. 1 or 2 moves. And it's my fault for not being as meticulous. All right? I don't take the time per team. Everyone invites me to do DraftKings. I do them. You know what I'm talking about? And I fucking lose. And fantasy's fun, man. It makes it interesting and makes me crazy at the same time. Yeah, it sucks. Denver lost. Philip Lindsay. Cortland Sutton will hopefully be back. No Von Miller. AJ Bowie, who we just signed, now is on IR. That sucks. But I was very surprised with the Denver Broncos because, Titans kicker, was it Gostkowski? Veteran kicker like that, missed as many as he did hit the game winner. We dropped the ball. Drew Lock has too big of an arm, was overthrowing passes. Jared Jeudy, rookie, dropping too many passes. He shouldn't have dropped. Plain and simple, you just don't drop those. There were a couple in his hands that he just dropped. These are rookie mistakes. You got to figure it out. We got to fix that. We got the Steelers, the tough Steelers, which honestly I didn't think they looked that great against the Giants. Someone had them in the top 5 power rankings, which is ridiculous. No Seahawks, no. I can't get into these fucking rankings. I can't get into these people. I think people rely on computers more than they should, other than erring on the side of logic. You know what I'm talking about? Steelers definitely aren't top 5. I don't even think they're top 10. Fuck, they're trash. I think the Jaguars are better than them. We'll see. They played Daniel Jones. That Giants team really didn't make a lot of changes in the offseason either. A lot of good changes on the offseason as well. In my opinion. IMO. But yeah. That's the NFL weekend popping off this weekend. I'm excited. I'm excited every Sunday, every Saturday, every Sunday. Saturday, look out for a couple things here. I was just pulling this up. This is off the hook. This is off the top. Appalachian State's number 23. I did not know that. Number 17, Miami. Go to Louisville. Number 18, Louisville. What else? And then North Carolina plays Charlotte. North Carolina top 12. Mac Brown and them. BYU versus Army. A lot of teams take a week off because Clemson play the Citadel. That is an automatic dub. Central Florida versus Georgia Tech. I didn't not think that Oklahoma State plays Tulsa. Oklahoma State plays Tulsa. I think Oklahoma State played last week. A lot of Big 12 teams played last week, and then they take a week off, and then they're back at it next week. Oklahoma plays Kansas State, I believe, next week. We're not going to worry about that right now because we got other shit to do. In between football, between basketball Friday night, college football, NFL, there is UFC fighting on Saturday night. Colby Covington versus Tyron Woodley. Former training partners. Colby Covington, just a troll and a half. But we all know how tough Colby Covington is. We saw that fight against Kamaru Usman. He ate everything. Broke his jaw, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Still stayed in that fight. Fought very, very hard. Almost won the damn fight. Could have won that fight. Who knows how it would have gone if that fifth round was decided. And Kamaru Usman just put it to him. Kamaru Usman is a different man. Kamaru Usman beat Tyron Woodley for the championship. Those Nigerians, man, I'm telling you. Francis Ngannou. They also have a Muhammad Usman, which is his brother, is a big fucker. Dude, these guys are beasts. It's just different. But this weekend, UFC, Colby Covington versus Tyron Woodley. What the hell is it at? I gotta pull it up here. I don't have the. Let me see who's favorite. I want to see who's favorited in these. Can you get some MMA? Like the hell? Here we go. Is this? There we go. A lot of good fights on this card. Colby Covington is favored over Tyron Woodley. Now, let me pull up Tyron Woodley because Tyron Woodley is very, I wouldn't say inconsistent, but he can turn his shit around pretty quick, which is pretty weird. He can have some bad days, but he could also turn around really quick. He has back-to-back losses against Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns put it to him. So did Kamaru Usman. But before that, he beat Darren Till, Damon Maya, Stephen Thompson, Robbie Lawler, Kevin Gastelum, Young Hung Kim, the stun gun Young Hung Kim. 1, 2, only 3, finishing 3 out of them. And then before losing to Rory McIlroy, which was a decision, I believe, very, very boring fight, but also beating Carlos Condit, Josh Koscheck before that. So not very active, to be honest with you, in the last 5 years, in my opinion. But he can turn it around. He has great athleticism. If he just uses his athleticism, that's the one thing that bothers the shit out of me sometimes. This guy is athletic as it comes. Great wrestler. Can knock you out whenever he wants to. He beat up Robbie Lawler, knocked out Robbie Lawler, just like that. A lot of people can't rock out. Colby Covington could have knocked him out. Colby Covington pieced him up. But Tyron Woodley knocked him out. And this was a champion, Robbie Lawler. No one can finish Robbie Lawler, but Woodley did. That's what I'm talking about. That frustrates me so much about Tyron Woodley. He could put a lot of these guys to sleep, but he's so tentative. He just waits for it. If he just goes for it. I think that knockout loss against Nate Marquardt kind of messed him up. Marquardt beat the brakes off him. But you take a look at his losses. Lost to Jake Shields, split decision. Lost to Rory McIlroy, decision. Kamaru Usman, Gilbert Burns, decisions. So he doesn't get put away very easy either. But he loses these decisions because he's afraid to pull the trigger. That Nate Marquardt was his last finish. I think this is the only time he's been finished. Let me take a look here. Yeah. He's only been finished once by Nate Marquardt. And that was back in 2012. The guy can fight. It's when he decides to pull the trigger is an issue. He can't pull the trigger. If he's aggressive, I think if he's aggressive, he goes out there, I think Kamaru Usman did a great job of showing how to beat Colby Covington. Colby Covington is hard to beat. You look at what Kamaru Usman did. He stood and banged. I don't think Tyron Woodley. I think Tyron Woodley is more explosive than Kamaru Usman as far as stand-up goes. Wrestling obviously was something different between those two. But Tyron Woodley can go out there. It's pretty good value at 235 plus 235. If you're betting, which I'm going to do here on sportsbetteradvice.com, go check it out. Where'd it go here? He's plus 275. That's good. So you put 100 down, you win 275. 375, whatever, 275. That's good value. And I think that you could do it. But Colby Covington, like I said, hard to put away. Hard to beat because we saw him, what he did against Robbie Lawler. We saw that fight against Kamaru Usman. He just beat someone else up too. Let me double check here, if I'm not mistaken. I think he just beat someone else up. I don't think so. No, that was his last fight. Was Kamaru Usman. Marty is what they call him. He beat Robbie Lawler, beat Rafael dos Anjos by decision, beat Damian Maia, beat Young Hong Kim, all by decision, by the way. So, Colby Covington doesn't finish people. That's the thing. He doesn't knock people out, but he's tough as nails. I just taking a look here. I'm looking between the two. In the way the fights have been going, this is how. There's a reason why Colby Covington is favored. Look how Tyron Woodley loses these fights. Tyron Woodley loses fights by decision, by getting outpointed, but not pulling the trigger. And as tough as Colby Covington is, he's going to win this fight. Colby Covington is going to win this fight by decision again. I don't think Tyron Woodley is going to win this fight. As much as I want to go there, there's good value there. I just don't see it. I mean, the pattern's there. I mean, I think I had it up. Let me see. We'll try to think here. Who did he lose to? Tyron Woodley lost to Jake Shields, Rory McIlroy. Who was the other one he lost to? Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns. They all kind of fight the same. Colby Covington and all these guys. They want to outpoint you. That's how he loses fights. Because he's afraid to pull the trigger. He pulls the trigger, I think he wins this fight. But I'm going Colby Covington. As much as big as a douchebag that guy is. I mean, you can't deny the numbers. You can't deny what you see here. I got it right here on my laptop. Yeah, I have to go Colby Covington. I mean, all the evidence is there. But as we all know, I'm going to throw my hands up, Poppy, say, I don't know. That's on you. Because you know how MMA is. You know how anything could happen. And just like that, your lights can be put out. So, I hate betting MMA, but I love it. Because I'm pretty good at predicting how fights go sometimes. 60% of the time. It works all the time. Yeah, I mean, it's all right there. Evidence is right there, everybody. All right? Proof is in the pudding. But let me see who, I want to go back here because I want to see who Tyron Woodley is knocked out, finished. Robbie Lawler. He submitted Darren Till. Darren Till, very aggressive, got beat him. Decision, Damian Maia. Damian Maia, very tentative as well. Decision, Stephen Thompson. Same thing. Stephen Thompson can be in and out, try to beat you. Stephen Thompson fought Stephen Thompson to do a draw. I remember that fight. Pretty good. Knocked out Robbie Lawler. Okay. In the decision, Kevin Gastelum. Knocked out Young Hung Kim, another aggressive fighter. This got decision by Rory McIlroy, and then knocked out that Carlos Condit fight. So yeah, I'm going Covington. I'm not gonna bring up that Carlos Condit fight. Anyone that fight. Condit hurt himself. Blah blah blah. But anyways, yeah, Colby Covington wins this fight decision. But this card's amazing, dude. That boy Cowboy from Colorado. Cowboy Cerrone fighting Nico Price. If you guys want fireworks, You guys want to bring out, this is the time to bust out Budweisers, some Bud Heavies, what they call them, the kids call them. No glizzies, all right, no glizzies, all right. This isn't cap. I'm trying to use all the kids lingo. No cap. This could be fight of the night. Nico Price versus Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Nico Price can knock you out at any time. Cowboy can knock you out at any time. These guys put on great fights. Nico Price has to die in that cage for you to stop the fight. Oh, wait. Same thing with Cowboy. Well, actually, Cowboy gets finished. But hey, his fireworks all over. Fireworks, 4th of July, all over. If there's any type of break you need from 2020, you want to get distracted from 2020, what's going on, you want to watch this card. You want to watch Cowboy versus Nico Price at the minimum. You also have Khamzat Chimaev versus Gerald Meerschaert. Now, Chimaev? You guys remember him? I'll smash him, bro. Put him anywhere in front. I'll fight in an hour. I'll smash him, bro. Tell me, I'll fight back to back. I'll fight in an hour. It doesn't matter to me. Remember that guy fought twice in 1 week or 8 days or something like that? Well, this is him. And he smashed people. Only took 2 hits in his last 2 fights in the UFC. He's fighting Gerald Meerschaert. And, I'm going Chimaev. Chimaev, I think, will beat Meerschaert. Meerschaert lost to Heinisch, was it? Ian Heinisch from Denver, Colorado? Or I think Heinisch is the one who served prison time. You guys remember? Yeah, he lost to Ian Heinisch last. So, Chimaev is just different, guys. Just different. We'll see what happens. I love these fights. Johnny Walker versus Ryan Spann. Good fight, too. Ryan Spann can put you to sleep. Johnny Walker's been on to put to sleep. On a little bit of a skid. Was up there in contention to fight John Jones, but then got slept by Anderson. And then, that was it. But Ryan Spann, though, he's kind of always been in the mix. He's very excited to fight. He's good. I love watching Ryan Spann. He fights very, very well. This is going to be a pretty decent fight. Last decision, that fight against Sam Alvey was really good. Why in the hell? This wasn't fought. What the hell? He's beaten Little Nog. Knocked out Little Nog. He beat Devin Clark. This guy is on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 win streak. Dating back to LFA. So in the UFC, he's beaten Emiliano Sorde. He has, out of his 5 UFC fights, he has 4 finishes. 4 finishes. He beat Little Nog. Hold on, what's the betting line on this bad boy? Ryan Spann is plus 110. Good. Take him. I'm taking Ryan Spann here. Shit. God, I was so excited from all these. I forgot about this UFC card almost got drowned in Mexican Independence Day was yesterday. My sister's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday to my sister. And this is going to be a weekend, really weird weekend, because usually we have a Canelo fight this weekend. The Golden Boy dropping the fucking ball. The Zone dropping the fucking ball. 2020 dropping the fucking ball. Pandemic dropping the ball. No Canelo fight this weekend for Mexican independence. It sucks. We're so used to having this cool boxing card around this time, but everyone had to drop the fucking ball. Golden Boy's dropping the ball big time. We could have had, we could have had Canelo, Ryan Garcia, Canelo Triple G again, Canelo Billy Saunders, or Canelo somebody else. But here we are. No boxing. Mexican Independence Weekend. Usually, sometimes you have Mayweather out there. You know what I'm saying? Mayweather out there doing this damn thing on Mexican Independence too. So, it's what it is, bro. That sucks, man. I just realized that. I was just thinking about that. Mackenzie Dern fights Randall Marcos. That's going to be a good one. I'm going to Mackenzie Dern. Beautiful Mackenzie. They're both beautiful. And then Kevin Holland versus Darren Stewart. Bangers. I didn't see the preliminary card. Bektik versus Gagarogom. And then you also want to check out, where is it at? Jessica Rose Clark versus Sarah Alpar. That could be. Is that Sarah Alpar the one that had that finish? What am I thinking of here? Is it the girl who just decisioned that one chick? Don't remember. And Tyson Nam versus Jerome Rivera. That's the one I was looking at, right? Yeah, that kicks off the fight. Tyson Nam, beast. Andre Ewell versus Erwin Rivera. What? See, these are the cards you guys want to watch. Jordan Espinoza versus Dvorak. Bangers everywhere. Bangers, fucking bangers, fucking shooters, fucking knockouts, submissions, blood, cuts. Yeah, man. I'm just so lost. So lost. Denver Nuggets like drain me, but I was so excited. I'm re-upping. I'm re-upping again. NFL's re-upping. My fantasy's re-upping. Everything's draining me, but I love it. This is a good distraction I need from 2020. Which apparently is still getting worse. There's still hurricanes. There's still cop shootings. Ain't nothing getting better. No vaccine yet. No one's sitting the fuck down. Like I said, I told you guys to. Could have been out of this. Also, look out this weekend for the Premier League. Manchester United plays this weekend against Crystal Palace. So, yeah, and a bunch of watch Premier League, man. It's on in the morning. Your Saturdays and Sundays should be consumed by sports. Distractions. Clean a little. Clean on Friday night and then watch sports all weekend. No, actually, you can't clean Friday night because Denver Nuggets play Lakers. Heat Boston tonight. But that's it, man. That's all I got. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I enjoy doing these podcasts, especially when the Denver Nuggets are winning. Denver Broncos not so much. I mean, Denver Broncos kind of I love them, but even the expectation is a little bit different because no Von Miller. Now we're no AJ Bowie. Jerry Jeudy's dropping passes. No, he didn't have KJ Hamlin, is that how you say his name? Is what it is, man. It's tough shit. But we'll get through it. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll beat the Steelers. We'll be definitely better shape. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Remember to go out and vote. Register to vote. Make sure to go out and vote November 3rd. And things could be a little bit better. We won't be on the sidelines because of someone who did not want to create hysteria. Didn't want us to panic. Now we're panicking even more. Nah, I'm not getting into it. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Follow me on Sports Plus Life Podcast, Instagram and Twitter. Sports Plus Life Podcast, YouTube, MRAKACO, Instagram and Twitter, twitch.tv/MRAKACO. That is it, guys. I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in again. I'm going to tell you guys I love you guys because I do love you guys. And all those of you that do listen, do me a favor, hit a share button. Go ahead and subscribe. Tell people to subscribe. Tell people to listen. Because I might have 9 toes, but I know a lot of shit. So take care of each other. I love you guys. And I will talk to you guys later.